Welcome everyone to our new session today. ICSE Treasure Trove, poem 8, Patriot, written by Robert Browning. He was a very eminent personality. He has written so many poems, and which was like a message to the people and the society. At the same time, he used to like little of imagination, little of drama he used to put into. Even this poem is something like dramatic monologue. When we say monologue, only a single person is talking in the whole of the poem. When we say it is like two of the person and the conversation is going on, it is dialogue. Here we are having this poem in the form of a monologue. And he was born in 1812. Browning was born in 1812, and he died in the year of 1889. And he was in UK, and he died at in the place of Italy. So in one of the places, Venice at Italy. This poem is of 6 stanzas, and look into the rhyming scheme. The rhyming scheme, the first stanza, just see, it is A, B, and A. And the same pattern is followed in the next stanzas, but not A. Like here we have, it is way, sway, and day. This is A. And we have mad and had. 1, 3, 5 sentences and 2 and 4 sentences. So it is the same. The rhyming scheme is going on like that. And in the second one we write it is C, D, C, D, C. So the continuation you can go, it is E, F, E, F, then G, H, G, H, and H, I, K, L, K, L, I, J, I, J, and K, L, K, L. So this way he has written the poem. The rhyming scheme is A, B, A, B, A. And Robert Browning, he believes in giving the messages too, and he is little creative, he is little imaginative person, so he has given this one, and it is a kind of message. And in this he is imaginative, at the same time he wants to give what exactly he feels, or his own belief also is put into this one. It starts like, let us go with the first stanza. Pay attention and see that whatever the points or whatever the glossary we have given here, first make a note of those and then start with the explanation. It was roses, roses all the way, with myrtles mixed with my path like mad. The house roof seemed to heave and sway, the church spires flamed, such flags they had, a year ago on this very day. A year ago, he's saying something, but in the last line he says a year ago, just like the something had happened. Means something has taken place. Now he is talking about that, and exactly a year has gone, a year has passed. तो एक साल पहले क्या हुआ था, that he is saying here, and now he is saying आज मेरा परिस्थिति क्या है. And this all things, it is nearly a year ago something, and now something else, the opposite thing is happening. And he is giving the information to us, and he only is speaking in the whole of the poem, so we say it is a monologue. Okay, now listen to the explanation. It was roses, roses all the way. Everywhere there were roses. 1 year ago, a flashback he is thinking of. Today he is sitting here and he is thinking of his flashback. It is just exactly 1 year ago. There was just roses and roses in his path. He was a patriot, he was a victory person, victor. He has come here and everyone were greeting him, they were welcoming him. And they were putting all the flowers in his path. The roses were the rose bed has been laid for him, and he was walking on that path. So much of pride he was like, it was very good welcome they were giving to him. With myrtles mixed with my path like mad. पागलों के तरह ये पूरा. And myrtles are the white, it is a small shrub with small white flowers. So those myrtles also, those flowers also are taken along with the roses. They started putting in my path. The house roofs seemed to heave and sway. And I was walking through those roads, I was walking through those areas and all. At that time I have seen, to look at me, who the person has come. They are welcoming and all. The people did not have space to stand beside the road, so people started going up onto the house roofs. From there they wanted to see, they wanted to have एक झलक उसका मिल जाए, who this great person, who this patriot has come. they were onto the roofs and इतने सारे वहाँ पे भर गए हैं कि the whole of the house started moving. It felt as if overload. The house roof was getting overloaded with the people and it started moving, it started moving and sway as if the whole house is going to fall off. So much of crowd is onto the house. The expression, it is that really the house is not going to fall, but it is the expression, the crowd has just gone onto the roofs to have a look at me, the person who is coming, they wanted to look at me. For that they started going off onto, and it was almost like full of people on the roofs and it was swaying, it was about to fall, so many are onto the roof. The church spires flamed. Church spire is we have the church, on the church we have a stoop, like it is a conical shape, the steep conical shape structures are built and upon that we have a cross. This conical spires are the conical structures are the church spires, and on that they have put the flags. As we welcome, we put some kinds of flags, all colorful flags were put onto that spears, and it was like the church spears, and it was flamed up. Everything was so very bright and ऐसे लगने लगा था. Such flags they had. Whatever is getting flamed up, which is so very bright, such flags they have put there. A year ago on this very day, these all things whatever I have told now, this was exactly a year ago. This is now he is talking what exactly was at that time. Now today after a year, what exactly is happening? He is not saying here, but something he is giving you some more information regarding those pleasures, that victory days, that he was given so much of, इतना सारा सम्मान उसको मिला था. These all things, now he is saying exactly the people have gone into something other thinking. Coming to your second stanza, the air broke into mist with bells. The air with mist, what is mist? We have the small droplets. Like we say, it is the misty day. The fogs, the mist has come. Here, the bells, in the way they were welcoming him, the bells were rung. And those bells sound was like a mist. पूरे हवे में फैल गया था. The bell sound, the voice पूरे हवे में फैला हुआ था. That is the expression here. The air broke into the mist with bells. The old walls rocked with the crowd and cries. Had I said, good folk, mere noise ripples, but give me your son from yonder skies. They had answered, and afterwards, what else? Question mark. So, here the air broke out with all the music, that the bells were ringing and all, the full air was full of that one. The old walls rocked with the crowd and cries. The buildings were rocking with lots of cries. The people were appreciating him, like we say it is Zindabad and those all things. They were appreciating and they were having the loud cries, the sounds, whatever. The old buildings के ऊपर वो echo हो रहा था. Had I said, अगर मैं कहता तो, if I would have told like this, the people were just doing it for me. Had I said, good folk, mere noise ripple. What is that? But give me your son from yonder skies. Yonder is at a distance. जो भी आपका sky है, यानी कि जो भी है आपके पास, अगर मैं मांगता तो वो मेरे सामने आकर उन लोग दे देते. इतना मेरा पॉपुलैरिटी वहाँ पे थे and people were believing me so much कि if I would have asked like give me your sky, they would have definitely given it to me. They had answered, they have given, they would have given. And afterwards, after they have done, if whatever I have asked, they definitely are going to give. Afterwards, they would ask like, what else? अब क्या करें हम आपके लिए? What can we do more for you? This was the response of the people in those days 1 year ago. The third stanza starts like this. Alack, it was I who leaped at the sun to give it my loving friends to keep. Not man can do, have I left undone. And you see my harvest, what I reap. This very day, now a year is run. Now also he is saying exactly on this very day what has taken place, and now exactly on this particular day the date has changed, the year has changed, the date is same, the year has changed. What is happening here? alak. It is a kind of expression like it is exclamatory mark. So we can even say it is alas, are yaar. Alak, it was I who leaped at the sun. In the above stanza he said it is if I would have asked, the things would have come to me, the people would have given to me without thinking anything. लेकिन मैंने क्या किया था? I did not ask for their son, but I jumped to the suns and done everything whatever I could do for them. He was a patriot, so he was doing for the society, he was doing for the country. This is what. But instead of asking them what they had, I have jumped and I have done all the possible things, and what a man can do which can be left undone, everything I have done for them. He thinks like that. It is like he is actually doing, and he is saying that I actually have done for them. To give it to my I who lived at the sun. He started jumping to every possible opportunities, and he started giving it to the men. To give it to my loving friends to keep. I want those all things I was giving off to my friends so that they could keep with them. Not man could do, have I left undone. And you see my harvest. He is saying whatever the man has left, and I did not even leave anything. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि मैंने undone को छोड़ा है. So he has done everything, and he has given all the things to the mankind. He wanted to help his friends there. And see my harvest, what I reap. We say it is whatever we sow, that is what we are going to reap. That is what the harvest we are going to get. Now see, I have done all those things, but I don't know why. See the harvest I have. What am I going to reap now? What am I reaping now? मैं क्या वहाँ से निकाल रहा हूँ? मेरा फाइनल प्रोडक्ट क्या था? इतना सारा कुछ मैंने अच्छा किया था यहाँ पे, लेकिन फाइनली ये सब कुछ मेरे साथ क्यों हो रहा है? So he says, see what is that I am saying. For the last 1 year, I had been doing all the good things and everything I was giving to the mankind and my friends and everyone. But now see the harvest. What I was doing was I was sowing. Now at this time what I have to harvest is something good I have to harvest from the people. But I did not get that one. I am not getting that one. I don't know the reason behind. This very day, now a year is run. So on this particular day only, I had roses and roses, but now it is, I don't know what, there are no roses, but something else is in front of me. The fourth stanza goes on with, there's nobody on the housetop now. We had lots of people. The housetop was like it is waving and it was swaying. Such kind of it was like. Now at present, after a year, I'm seeing there's no one on the house roof. There's nobody on the housetop now, just a placid few at the window set. For the best of the sight is all allow at the shambles gate, or better yet, by the very scaffold's foot I trove. There's nobody on the housetops now. There is nobody. At that time, there were thousands of people. They were struggling. They were just having one glimpse of this person, to have a glimpse of this person. They were pushing each other, and all the house roofs were full. But today, unfortunately, not a single person is on the house roof. I don't know where these people went. Maybe, he said, just a placid few set, windows set. He says, only I can see some of the people who are sitting in the windows, and might be, he is saying placid saniki, they are paralyzed, means they are not able to move, they are too very old, they are ill, they are not able to move. Such kind of people only are present there, and they're sitting at the windows and they're seeing, and he is moving from the same streets at that 1 year before where he was moving along with the roses. He was there. Now he is alone. He is not with the roses, but he is moving from, and there is no one to see from the house roofs. But the best of the sight is all allow. I think they wanted to have the best sight of me, so might be they went off to that shambles gate. Shambles gate is a place where the people are taken and executed. The people wanted to go there and they wanted to see this person is being executed, and they wanted to have their best sight. To have that best sight, how this person is being executed, they wanted to sit. It is clearly I can see the person getting executed. They wanted to capture that best place. Maybe they have run towards that shambles gate. 1 year before they wanted to have a glimpse of me, and this after 1 year they are running to that place where I am going to get executed. They want to see me from the best place, best side they want to get how I am getting executed. Exactly the opposite one is going on here. There they were having like long live and all the words were going on, the cries were going on, and today there are no cries and they're waiting for his death. At the shambles gate, or better yet, near to that gate, or it is better place they want to find, by very scaffold's foot. Scaffold is the elevated place. It is a platform where this person is to be standing and he will be executed, and it is a higher platform. So might be below that scaffold, the person want to sit. The person will be below the scaffold, that elevated area. He want to sit very near to that one, and he wanted to see that view, and it should be a clear view. Might be they are sitting near that scaffold's foot. I trust, I think might be these people have moved to that particular area, so nobody is on the house roofs. I go in the rain, and more than needs, a rope cuts both my wrists behind, and I think by the feel my forehead bleeds. For they fling, whoever has a mind, stones at me for my year's misdeed. See here, you can take this in two of the expressions, like I go in the rain. It is, might be at that time it is raining. The poet wanted to put one more extra feeling there. So at that time it was raining. It was not comfortable because the people were not greeting him and all. It was not comfortable. The expression can go on in that way also. The second expression is, there are full of stones. The people are standing on either side. There are full of stones, and the stones are being put onto this person as it is raining onto him. So many stones are raining onto him. You can even go with the second expression also. I go in the rain, and more than, that is one part. The second part you see here, more than needs a rope cuts both my wrists behind. The person is tied like this, and the hands are behind. It is kept behind, and he has been taken through the roads there, streets there. So it is tied so very tightly that it is cutting my wrist and it is hurting me. And I am not able to withstand that, but still it is in that positions I am being taken. And I think by the feel, my hands are behind and I am not able to hold, it is not coming forward. Through feel I am feeling there is something like I am bleeding from here, because the stones have come onto me. Might be it has hit here, it has cut here, and I feel on my forehead there is something oozing out. The feeling of something coming out I am feeling, so I feel as if I am bleeding. शायद वहाँ से खून आ रहा है. For they fling, whoever had a mind, whoever they were thinking, the people were thinking and all, whoever were thinking these all things, the people at the time they were thinking in a different way, now they are thinking in a different way. So there is a different kind of thinking. That is what this poem is going to tell. We are going to say this in the last. So those people, they started flinging, they started throwing the stones onto me, stones at me for my years' misdeeds. Whatever the deeds I have done. In the second paragraph, what did he say? I have given all the things. I jumped towards the sun and I have given the things. But I don't know. They feel as if these are the misdeeds, and that is what the reward they are giving for. I have done the misdeeds. गलत काम मैंने किया है, ऐसा उन लोगों का मानना है. And for that they are rewarding me today. They are giving this reward to me today. Thus I entered and thus I go. In triumph people have dropped down dead. Paid by the world, what dost thou owe? Me? Question mark here. God might question now instead. It's God shall repay. I am safer so. The final conclusion goes on with, you just imagine how I came into the world and I'm just going from the world. Thus I entered. I made an entry into the world. Thus I go. I'll be going off from here. In triumphs people have dropped down dead. In triumphs, in my victory, it is like the people started giving me so much of pleasure and all everything. And paid by the world, what does the woe? This is what I am being paid by the world. Whatever I have done, I will be paid by the world. Me, God might question. He will be asking something now. He will ask something, and now instead it's God shall repay. He is giving so much, like it is, he is not complaining what this world has given, what I have given, and why this world is giving me this one. He is not complaining, but he is so very optimistic, saying that it is not their mistake. They misunderstood me, and that is how they are giving it to me. Now, if at all I believe in God, if at all my God knows whatever I have done is right, He'll reward me in that way. And my way is, this is the safest one. I shall be going there, and that will be the safest one. God will be giving me a proper, He will be paying me in a proper way, and He will be giving the proper reward to me. See turn the page here in your introductory part. It is, see the last paragraph there in your introduction, whatever about it is written about Robert Browning. See the introduction. A grim reminder that life is uncertain. This is what the whole of the poem is based on. Life is uncertain. कल जैसा था, आज क्या होगा, कल कैसे होगा, it is uncertain. We cannot imagine anything, and nothing can be like it is. This is what was going to happen, and once we are in fame, every time we are in fame. This is not. कल क्या होगा हमको नहीं पता. Life is uncertain. A grim reminder that life is uncertain. At the poem ends on the note of optimism. Browning's own philosophy, optimism. He said in the last, he is in the optimistic mode, and he says, I don't, it doesn't matter any what the people think and what they have rewarded me here, but it is ultimately I have to reach the God, and God thinks that, or God knows what exactly is the right one, and I shall be rewarded in a proper way there. Browning's own philosophy that God's in His own heaven, and all's right with the world is the note on which the poem closes. The Patriot believes that it is God who will reward him according to his true merit. This is optimism. This is uncertain. This is life. So this way we come to an end, and you'll be having the moral given. So see into the moral or the central idea of this one, and every time you have to say all the poems, please see that it is what is the central idea, and go through that, because it is not always, but we have seen in the papers, like it can be a 3 marks question, what is the central idea and what exactly the poet was thinking in that particular time. You have to keep that also in mind. It is not only the poem. You have to central idea and the feelings at that time, how the poet was, what the poet was having, and why did he write this poem. So that will be costing you for 3 marks. So be ready with that also. Good day.